Hi, this is Linda. This is Linda from LA. I think that if it hadn't been for Boyle, Rocco would have gotten away. But when he suggested to check his pockets for the key fob, Rocco had that key fob in there. And Britt still thinks that Rocco is her son. She went to Sidwell to try to get help, but I was surprised that Sidwell didn't have any influence over the professor, because the professor is saying that he's going to make Rocco pay because of Laura. But I really do believe that Rick will probably be able to help Rocco, because Rick is a good lawyer. I'm wondering about Laura, though, whether or not she's going to be elected mayor by, not showing up and leaving the debate. So we'll see. And I'm thinking that Rick must need money in order for him to go to Sunny. It's a possibility that he's changing a new leaf, but I have my doubts about that. All right, then, everybody. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.
Hello, recap lady. It's Magdalena Holly from New York. Sonny is always going to get the DA. I have never known Sonny not to get the DA. I see those dimples functioning. And in reference to Lucas, I see disaster coming. Oh, my God. He is going to... moving in with Marco, that's a bad move. This is in reference to the episode of 11/12. Other than that, I'm just like, I don't know. I see a whole lot of stuff coming that is not good. And then Danny and all of them, that is not good for them. Recap lady, thank you so much for doing this for the GH fans. Have a blessed evening. And Maggie from New York, 60 years watching. And it seems like it's really going on. Take care.
Hello, this is Linda from LA. Professor Dalton lied. And he lied on someone who's not an adult. And if he has photos that his lab is destroyed, that means that he destroyed his lab himself. I do not like it when adults lie on children. It's not right. And Trina is acting kind of ridiculous in a sense. She doesn't even need to be in her parents' affairs. And the way that she has been talking to Jordan is inappropriate. I'm thinking that the writers must want us to dislike Trina because they really haven't given her anything likable to say. As a matter of fact, she's becoming very irritating. And I think she needs to stay out of her parents' affairs. Carly is concerned about her brother Lucas. She knows there's a possibility that in that house something could happen to him. And when she says that she's concerned about his life, I believe that she really is, and Lucas doesn't get it. And Josh was told to kind of encourage him to, go and move in with Marco. And I think that, he has to be kind of delusional if he thinks that Sidwell won't harm him. If Lucas sees something that he's not supposed to see, Sidwell will harm him, and Lucas should be aware of that. He should know that. And one thing, I was just really surprised at what happened to Rocco. I was thinking that Rick was going to get him off, and with only 6 months probation, and I was hoping that Rick did well. I really wanted Rick to do well, but it didn't happen that way. All right, everybody, have a beautiful weekend, and I'm hoping that everybody is well. Everybody will be well. Goodbye.
Hello, recap lady. This is for Friday, November 14th. I feel so bad for Rocco. Oh my God, and the look on Sonny's face was priceless. And I'm so glad Laura was in that courtroom because Rocco needed to have her there. I love the interaction between Dante and Laura. That was good, and and all of that. But Britt is going to help them out, and Dalton is not going to last long. I see that coming. I see it coming. Also, Trina needs to hush up, really, and needs to stay out of her and stay in her lane. And I love how Carly did Jocelyn. Have a blessed weekend and keep it pumping. Hello, recap lady. It's Magdalena Holly from New York. This is for Friday because I called before, but I didn't say my YouTube name. I feel so bad for Rocco. Oh my God, do I feel so bad for him. Also, I like the way the interaction between Laura and Sonny, the look on Sonny's face was priceless. I also like the way, Laura stood in that courtroom because Rocco really needed to have Laura there. I am so happy about that. And I'm also glad that you like the name Pascal. What is it? Pascal? Persky Pascal. And Trina needs to hush up, really for real. All right, Magdalena from New York. Thank you so much and have a good weekend. Magdalena Holly from New York.